Okay, first and foremost, I would like to give all praise, glory, and honor unto the Most High Power, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule exceptionally well. And salutations, peace, mercy, and blessings unto you sincere brothers that's out there that push this word with truth. My name is Thabo Ahmad of Great Millstone Northwest. I've put together a little lesson today, a couple of scriptures, pretty much to kind of remind brothers, and then also to um, inspire brothers to keep their eyes on the prize. All right. And I feel personally, I feel that brothers have been doing a real good job. Brothers have been very spiritual. Pretty much this whole year, 2016, the year of the push, it's been a very spiritual year, and brothers have been, exhorting tremendous growth. Brothers have been putting out videos left and right, and videos have been on point, been very edifying. So I just wanna kind of encourage brothers to keep that momentum going and uh, keep the eye on the prize, because these things that we got that's in front of us, we all know that this stuff is, we're in the matrix right now. It's the illusion right now, but soon enough the physical enjoyment of life is going to be in our grasp. So it's a good idea for us now to keep that in mind, rather than to give way and allow the distractions to come in and try to swoop us, swoop the feet from underneath us, so to speak. All right. So the first scripture I'm gonna pull is going to be from um, it's going to be from 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter. All right, and I'm going to start at the 17th verse. I'm going to read 17 and 18 as well. All right, it says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and external weight of glory." All right, and it is true that we have a very light affliction, man. We're not going through anything. There is going to come a time in our physical lifetime here, very, very soon, very soon. All right, there's going to come a time where it's going to be not so much a light affliction. It's going to be a little heavier, but still yet, given all the things that we are going to be receiving, that external weight of glory, it's going to be, it's compared to that, it's going to be a very light affliction, and it is but for a moment. We got to keep that in mind, is that these things that's happening to us now, right now, it's all more of a mental thing. Soon the physical will come about, but it's all but for a moment. It's all going to be for a short time, and it doesn't matter how long it stretches out. I'm pretty sure that the apostles and the elders, as long as they've been in this thing, 20 years plus, even stretching 30 years and beyond, okay, it's still but for a very short moment. When you look at the grand scheme of things, you got to look at the entire blanket and not just one thread that's hanging out of it. All right, so it's a light affliction that we're going through. Okay, it says that it worketh for us a far more exceeding and external weight of glory, and that's what we're working for. We're working for the power seat, man. Who was that said, "I want it all"? What song was that? There was a song, I can't remember. I think it might have been J. Cole. He had a song where he was saying that, "I want it all." So that's the same thing we want. We want it all, man. We want to receive the kingdom of heaven, in which we will receive everything. We will receive all, and that's really what we're working towards. So keep that in mind. All right. This is verse 18. It says, "While we look not at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal." All right. So we got to continue to look on the things which are not seen, which is the spiritual things. All right. Continue to see with that spiritual eye. And as I said, brothers have been doing as far as what I can see, brothers have been doing a real good job being edifying and making sure that there's plenty of food for everybody to eat, spiritually. So this isn't a lesson saying that anything's bad. It's just more of a trying to be the hype man, so that way we can continue this race together. All right. And we got to look on the things which are not seen instead of the things which are seen, because the things which are seen, we can see that it's complete bullshit, man. Especially here in Babylon the Great. All right, but pretty much all around the world, everything that you can see, the things that are happening on the earth, is all complete and utter bullshit, man. All right, it's nothing that's gonna give you any satisfaction, and there's nothing that's gonna pretty much get you anywhere, man. Only thing the things of this world can get you is death. All right, and none of this shit's entertaining or give you that gratification feeling anyway. None of it. So but I would like to point out that the things which are seen are temporal, and brothers, keep that in mind, man. Keep it in mind that this is just for a short time that we gotta endure. What really is just a light affliction. Even it's a light affliction, and we only got to endure it for a short time. It may seem like it's passing and it's taking a long time now, but as the scriptures say, though it tarry, wait for it, it shall surely come, and it shall not tarry. All right, moving on to the next scripture. This is Colossians chapter 3. I'm gonna read verse 1 and 2. It says, if ye then be risen with Mashiach, seek those things which are above, where Mashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High Power Yahweh. All right, and that's really what we need to continue to do, is to seek the things that are above, man. Continue to seek those heavenly things, man. Okay, it says, set your affection on things above, not on the things on the earth. And there's plenty of things on the earth that pretty much is out there just to be a snare and to be a distraction and to be a temptation towards you. But if your mind's in the right spot and your spirit is strong, you're gonna endure and overcome. All right. Now I got these words. These are from of course, King David. I love going to Psalms and Proverbs and reading about the wise words that came from King David, and then other men as well. This is what King David says. This is something that's going to help you to keep your mind on the things that are heavenly. All right, this is Psalms 119 verse 15. It says, I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways. All right, and we're going to go ahead and look up that word respect, just because of Newspeak, the meaning of words have changed. We want to know exactly what it is King David is saying here. All right, so the word respect that was found in Psalms 119 and 15. All right, the word they have here is nabat, which means to look, regard, to regard, show, regard to, pay attention to, consider, to look upon, regard, show, regard to. Okay, so going back to what the scripture said, I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect, which means I will look onto all thy ways, or I will regard all thy ways, or I will consider all thy ways. Any way that you can substitute the words that was found in the definition for the word respect, you can plug it in there. All right, and it all stays pretty much the same thing, is that pretty much the words of the Most High and the ways of the Most High is going to be in your head, because it's speaking about meditating upon it. All right, so keeping your mind focused on those things. All right, and how do we know the ways of the Most High? Well, it's easy, because the Most High has given us examples all throughout the scriptures. He's given us a lot of prophetic examples, both of old and modern day prophetic examples, which we are lucky enough to have. All right, which feeds us constantly and gives us the correct doctrine. And I'm speaking about our apostles and our elders, and then even the higher brothers that are within the fold of Great Millstone, all the way down to the low brothers, man. All right, we have that, so we need to be able to keep the things of the Most High in mind. All right, not get distracted. Okay, reading verse 16, it says, I will delight myself in thy statutes, I will not forget thy word. And we can't ever forget the Most High's word, no matter what situation we're thrown in. No matter, you might find yourself in a pickle. You gotta remember the scriptures, man. You remember the scriptures, and you perform and behave yourself according to the scriptures, and you're gonna be all right. Okay. moving along. This is Joshua, the first chapter. I'm only going to get the 8th verse. I was going to read verse 7 and verse 8, but just to get straight to the point, I'm going to read just verse 8. And again, this is going back to ways to keep your mind on the scriptures. Okay, going back to examples, pretty much like that, like what was brought up in Psalms 119 and 15. This is Joshua chapter 1 verse 8. It says, the book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. All right, so if the book of the law is not departing out of thy mouth, that means it's definitely in your head, man. You know, it's definitely something that you're thinking about. All right, it says, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. All right, and this is going to keep you on the right track. All right, it says, you know, and brothers, so far as I can see, this is not to tear anybody down. So far as I can see, brothers have been doing a good job at this, man. I just want to say, keep it up and continue. All right, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then shalt thou make thy ways prosperous, and then shalt thou have good success, man. And what do we want to be successful in? We want to be successful in catching a ride on that chariot, man. All right, and receiving salvation, okay, and receiving that crown, okay. Last scripture I'm gonna get is gonna be from Galatians, the 5th chapter. And actually, I want to start up and I want to read verse 1. Okay, and then I'm gonna jump down and read verse 16 and 17. So Galatians chapter 5 verse 1, it says, stand fast thereof in the liberty wherewith Yahushua Mashiach have made us free. All right, and what liberty and how has we been made free is because we've been woken up. Our mind has been unlocked to this truth. Okay, it says, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. And the yoke of bondage is this world. All right, the yoke of bondage is the things that this flesh is after. The yoke of bondage is the things that's having our people call themselves black and Mexican and Puerto Rican and, you know, so on and so forth, instead of calling themselves Israelites, man. All right. So let me jump down to verse 16. All right, Galatians chapter 5, starting in verse 16. I'm gonna read 16 and 17. It says, this I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary one to another, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. All right, so if you're satisfying the flesh, you're not going to be satisfying the spirit. And likewise, if you're satisfying the spirit, you're going to be pretty much shitting on the flesh. But you should rather be shitting on the flesh than shitting on the spirit, so to speak. Okay, so pretty much that was the lesson. Just a kind of a reminder, an encouragement for brothers to continue to keep their eyes on the prize, man. Continue to have the kingdom of heaven in mind. Continue to send up prayers daily, and continue to condemn this place, Babylon the Great, and the wickedness that's here inside of it, man. All right, so Lord willing, that message was received. Once again, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto the Most High Power Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, the great millstone that do rule exceptionally well. And salutations, peace, mercy, and blessings unto you sincere brothers that are out there that push this word with truth. All right, until next time, shalom.